Hey guys, welcome to my Portland real estate market update for October of 2023. I'm going to start off filling you in on what's happening with home sales, and then we'll talk about some really interesting findings around Portland home values, followed by mortgage interest rates, and then a scoreboard for who has the advantage right now in this market, sellers versus buyers. Okay, first a couple of metrics to talk about. So from August to September, new listings dropped by 7.2%. So new listings are down, pending sales decreased almost 12%, and closed sales decreased 20.3%. Inventory, if you take a look at this graph here, is increasing slowly. We have 2.9 months of inventory right now, and that's trending upward. There are more homes available in general, but fewer new ones as there are fewer new listings available. The homes that are available are just taking slightly longer to sell. On average, it takes 41 days right now in the Portland Metro for homes to sell. And as a trend, this is increasing slowly as it takes longer and longer for homes to sell. And again, there's a seasonal trend to that. So looking at the number of new listings compared to the prior 2 years, we see somewhat of a bell curve, with new listings dropping off in the fall, following a trough in the winter, with a burst of activity in the late winter and early spring. So while new listings are lower than the prior 2 years, we're generally following the same trend. So the decrease in new listings is somewhat expected. Pending sales, as I said, are decreasing as well as closed sales. Overall, there's much less real estate activity than the prior 2 years, but again, we're following the same general trend with activity dropping off slowly throughout the fall. Closed sales follows the same trend, but with slightly more fluctuation. We had a bump in August, and now we're back on track with that same seasonal trend that we'd expect as we approach winter. Is real estate activity falling off of a cliff right now? Definitely not. So remember that real estate can really be boiled down to supply and demand. And while we should expect fewer active listings this winter, we'll also have fewer buyers. And it's the ratio that really matters. Buyers that shop over the winter and the holidays are pretty serious. So while we will see less activity this winter, we definitely won't grind to a halt. Now let's talk about values, and this is the interesting part. So in my analysis of home sales in the Portland metro area, I've noticed an interesting trend this month. Average home sale decreased by 2% last month. While this might sound initially kind of shocking that values are clearly dropping significantly, let's dig a little bit deeper because there's a little bit more to that. The median home sale value, which represents the middle point of all homes sold, actually increased by 0.3%. This suggests that while there may be a few high and low end outliers, the typical home in our area saw a slight increase in value. In other words, don't be alarmed by the sudden decrease in the average. In the heart of our market, as represented by the median home value, is showing resilience and even a slight bit of growth this month. So homeowners breathe a sigh of relief. Your equity is not plummeting. Your home value is not plummeting. It's relatively steady. There is some fluctuation, but we'll take a look at what it is compared to last year. If we zoom out and we compare to last year, the average sale price is down 0.5% and the median is down 1.9%. That's over 12 months. So from September, which is the last data that we have, compared to September of 2022. So we have seen a slight decrease overall, but in the past month, it's been a little bit more stable. So it's vital to be very, very prepared and strategic in a market like this that's so nuanced and dynamic. Sellers need to be really strategic and intentional right now. They really need to nail their listing. So with their pricing, with their marketing plan, with their advertising, everything needs to be really, really dialed and detail oriented. Because if you do and you get it right, you could potentially have multiple offers. I'm seeing it every week. And homes that are well marketed and well prepared are having great results and selling for significantly over the list price. But conversely, if you just throw it on the MLS and put a sign in the yard and a hope and a prayer, you will not have a great result. And it's even more important right now, you'll probably end up being one of those data points that drags down our market average. Now, as a buyer, this can be good news. Over the winter and even as of right now, we're seeing a number of homes hit the market that aren't as well priced or marketed as they should be. In a hotter market, which would be a little bit more forgiving for those mistakes, it wouldn't be as dire, but in this market, there are pretty significant consequences for a seller. Those consequences come in terms of larger concessions, lower sale prices, and sometimes homes unsold. As a buyer this winter, you could potentially take advantage of those market conditions. So Zayda, is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? Well, let's take a look. So if we look at the Market Action Index from Fidelity National Title, this is kind of a thermometer on the market and really shows who has the advantage, buyers versus sellers. So again, this measures rate of sale versus inventory. The specific number doesn't matter as much as just tracking the general trend. So we're at 42 this month. That is decreased from 44 last month, kind of been hovering in that range, very slowly seeing that tick downwards as we approach the fall. So right now, we're still a seller's market, but not by a very large margin. As for mortgage interest rates, we're hovering around 8% right now. I think we're all eager to see that start to drop. But don't think that's going to drop significantly over the course of the rest of 2023. I am pretty confident that we'll see a drop in 2024 at some point throughout the year. And when we do, we're going to see a lot of demand from buyers. There's a lot of pent-up activity. A lot of buyers want to get into homes and are kind of waiting on the sidelines. So I think we'll see a bump in the spring. Some of that is seasonal. And then as soon as rates start to drop, it's going to be quite a busy season, I think. Winter is a great time to do some annual planning. So if you haven't had a home equity check in a while, I'd be happy to put one together for you and we'll do some planning. Thanks, everyone. Hope you enjoy the last dregs of sunshine, and I'll talk to you next month.